right, right now I do not have a clutch pedal to use, and I got a manual transmission, obviously. I'm on the highway right now. My clutch pedal does not work, just drops to the floor and doesn't come back up. So I'm at the mercy of putting it into gear without a clutch pedal. So this is what you're gonna do. So right now I'm in 5th gear, speeding up a little bit, okay? I wanna conserve gas, so I wanna get to 6. Let off the gas, put it in neutral, flip it, and put it into 6. Just like that. That's how you do it. You don't wanna grind it or anything like that. If you hear grinding, just back off because you're gonna grind the gears down. You don't wanna do that. You want it to silky smooth go into the next gear, okay? Speed up, let off the gas, pop it out of gear, put it in neutral, blip on the gas again, and then throw it into a gear until it slides in itself. And that's how you put it into gear without using a clutch. You don't want to do this long term because it will ruin your synchros and your transmission and stuff like that. But you only want to do it in situations where you have to do it. In this situation, I kind of have to do it because I need to get home. And the only way to do that is to shift gears this way because I don't have a clutch pedal. All right, I'm coming up on the exit that I need to take. So what I'm going to do, there's luckily nobody in front of me right now. I'm just going to speed up, put it in neutral. There we go, and just coast up there, and I'm probably gonna have to run the stop sign, get up here, run the stop sign, which is gonna be a little bit wild. Woo, here we go, nobody to my right, that's a good thing. Put it in 2nd, see how I blip the throttle there, nobody there, I'm running the stop sign, we're good to go. Let's just keep on going. You definitely want to try to make it so that you're not coming to a full stop. Just be careful when you're doing everything, you know, make sure that there's nobody around. I'm coming to another stop sign. I'm rolling up to it, staying in 2nd, looking and going. That worked out pretty dang smooth. Now I need to shift into 3rd. So speed up, let off the throttle, put it in neutral, flip it, put it in gear. Just like that. That's how you do it. Let's do it into 4th here, okay? Speed up, let off the throttle, put it in neutral, flip it, put it in gear. Okay, we're coming up to another stop sign. We're gonna want to take it out of 5th gear, speed up, put it in neutral, slow down, it's in neutral now, popped right out of gear. We're gonna want to make our way slowly up there because we want to avoid getting into 1st because it might stall on us. So let's try to get into 2nd here, and we're good. Yes, see that? No clutch, we're good. Now we're gonna speed up to about 3,500 RPMs, let off the gas, and just let it slide in. Do not force it, okay? Just let it slide into its gear. It will do it on its own. Let's get into 4th gear, 3,500, let off the gas, go, 4th gear, and it just pops right in there. Now I'm around 3,500 RPMs right now, let off the gas, neutral. Oh, it started grinding, so I wanna take it out. Let's rev it up, and boom. Now I'm in 5th. See how it started grinding and I immediately took it out? You don't want to force it in there. If it starts grinding, just back it back out and then rev it up a little bit and then let it glide itself in there. See how smooth that was? Pretty dang easy. So when you don't have a clutch, it's going to be great as long as you can get this going and it's not stalling on its face. You have some momentum, you're good to go. Okay guys, so that's how you use your manual gearbox without having a clutch. If your clutch is inoperable, that's how you put your gear shift lever into its individual gear. I like to stay out of 1st just because 1st is such a low gear that it might want to stall on itself. So that's why you saw me keep it in 2nd when I was coming to almost a stop and just rolling through that stop. It just is what it is. Now, if I had to get into first, I totally could have done that. Like if there was a car coming up, because that road that I was getting onto is a 65 mile per hour road. So those cars are coming in at 65 to 75 miles an hour, or sometimes even more. So you got to be very careful with that type of stuff. But I just saying, you know, it's doable to actually go out and drive your car if you don't have a clutch. So go out there and practice this. If you're not familiar with this, I hope you learned a little bit from this, from my little videos right here. Go out and practice, get yourself used to it, learn how to operate your gear shifts without a clutch. You can even do it when your clutch is working. You don't have to wait till time is coming like I have, because you don't want to put yourself in a position where you don't know what to do when something like this happens. I'm on range 0. I have no gas left. I have 0 miles on my range left, if you can see that. And we are at 186,651. So let's see how many miles I can go, because I still have about 16 miles left to get home. Well, I am literally 2 miles away. 2 miles, guys. 2 miles away, and the car died. 0 gas, no gas left. So at least I'm close by. My dad is going to get a couple gallons of gas at the gas station right up there. Well, yeah, so where are we at? 186,667 miles. And when I got to 0 range, it was 186,651 miles, making that 16 miles on 0 range that I was able to go. Man, if it was only 18 or 19 miles, man, I was right there. I was right there. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Everything was going so smooth. So now I have to figure out how to start the car without a clutch with it stopped. So let's hope this works. Well, guys, it's a completely different day. As you can see, I am home. We're about to have a beautiful sunset here in Arizona, about to happen. Usually comes right here in the west. But I just want to follow up on how I got my car started without a clutch when my car was completely off. So as you guys saw, I stalled there. I ran out of gas. My dad went and got a couple gallons of gas, and we put it into my car. And so on the Mark 7 GTI, as well as many other manual cars that are out there, on the clutch there is a little switch. It's triggered, it's electronic, and the car won't start unless this switch is activated. Well, to activate the switch there, you gotta depress the clutch to the floor and then start the car. So every time you start the car, you gotta depress the clutch in. Well, as you know, my clutch was not working. It would go all the way down and stay there, but it would not come back up. When my car was off, I came up with the idea that maybe if I depressed my clutch where the clutch would stay on the floor, to activate that switch, I would be able to start the car. And then I was thinking, okay, well, how do I put it in first? Well, the car was off. So what I did is, with the car off, I put the car into first gear. You should be able to put your gear shift lever into each and every single gear as long as your transmission is working. So that's what I did. With the car off, I put the gear shift lever into first gear. And then what I did is I depressed my clutch pedal all the way to the floor. Now, like I said, the clutch pedal is not going to come up because the throttle bearing / slave cylinder at this point has failed. It's not going to spring back up. But I needed to activate that switch, right? So I put the clutch in all the way down with the gear lever in first gear, and then I started the car, hoping that the car would just kind of take off as soon as I started it. Now, I did this. This is the first time I've ever done this, so it was a learning experience. But when I did this, I turned the key and I started the car, and the car cranked over really, really fast, and then it immediately started moving forward because the car was in first gear. So it took off, and what I had to immediately do is use my foot, my left foot, to bring the clutch back up so that the clutch is not depressed all the way to the floor, because that can ruin a lot of components in your clutch or your transmission or stuff. So you don't want to do that, because this is operating completely different at this point from what a normal clutch would be working as. Because normally when you're in gear and you go to depress the clutch, you're depressing the clutch so that you can change gears. Well, the clutch isn't working right, so it's going to be working differently. So now that the clutch is stuck to the floor and the car is still in gear moving, and you don't really have a clutch to disengage the clutch to move into the next gear, you want to disengage the clutch so that if you need to shift gears, what you want to do at this point to get into second gear, you don't want to really stay in the first gear. You're going to need that clutch disengaged. So I had to take my left foot and bring the clutch back up, and then I just did the same exact thing that I showed you in this video. I sped up in first gear, put it in neutral, give it a little rev, and then put it right back into second, and I was able to take off. So it worked. It was awesome. I got my car back in storage, and yeah, it was an adventure. I went from Orange County, California, all the way to Tucson, Arizona, where I live on one tank of gas and without a clutch the whole time. I'm really glad it worked. It's too bad that I ran out of gas at the very last moment, but this was a really fun learning experience for me, and I hope this video is a really fun and enjoyable learning experience for you. So go out and test your clutch with this, so that when you're in a situation like I was, you know what to do and you can follow the steps that I did. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. You can also message me on Instagram at Jason's Own World. I will probably respond to those messages a lot faster, and it's just a better way to communicate with you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and I got more videos coming for you. So until those next videos, guys, thanks for watching, and peace.